What's up, everybody? This is Greg, host of the Arc of Wrestling podcast. We are here live over at twitch.tv, or better yet, lagspike.tv with our Night of Champions review show. Guys, we are ready to do this. Joining me today, we have Mike.
Hello.
Big Fish, Ryan.
Blah.
Blah. And Jonesy.
What?
And our very special guest, he is back on the podcast, second time, Mr. Duel from New Legacy. Duel, what's up?
Not much.
How's
Ready
everything?
to talk about Arc of Night of Champions.
Arc of Night of Champions, definitely. How's everything been
Yes.
over at New Legacy?
Good as far as I know.
That's fine. All right, very nice. Yes. Well, we are going to be talking
I don't
about.
know. I don't know if you know this, but we sponsored the Night of Champions pay-per-view.
Yes, we did. Did we?
Spoilers.
With what? What money, Mike, did we make and put towards WWE?
We lied and called ourselves O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ah,
Yes.
all right.
A lot of Monopoly money went towards the sponsorship.
A lot of those $100 fake bills.
$500 fake bills. Get it right.
Oh yeah, those really orange ones.
It was $100 bill with a bunch of ones inside it.
Yes. Exactly. Actually, Monopoly has credit cards now, so that's how I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's electric now, isn't it?
It is. Spoilers.
Okay, Night of Champions, let's talk about this pay-per-view. We started off the pay-per-view with the Tag Team Turmoil match on the pre-show. 3M beat the Tons of Funk, Usos, Primetime Players, and the Real Americans win at this. I don't know. What'd you guys think of this match? The Usos.
The Usos.
Now brought to you by YouTube. But yes, what'd you guys think of this Tag Team Turmoil match?
We the people.
The
Real Americans are. The Real Americans are over.
Flippy stuff everywhere.
Again, we're going to be seeing a lot more of the Real Americans when the Los Matadoras come into play. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping in the next couple weeks because they've been running those vignettes for quite a while now.
Can he just turn Swagger into Cesaro face and get it over with?
Their gimmick is hard to turn face, especially if they're going to be playing that conservative role for quite a while with Zeb.
But they're getting face reactions every week. Did you hear the crowd tonight?
Well, they're having people say their motto, "We the people."
It still means they're over.
It's getting a reaction, and they are getting over. But would I say they're getting a face reaction? I don't think so. They are getting a reaction, and they're getting people behind their motto, but
they're still cheering for him though.
They fucking cheered for CM Punk when he was doing his heel run.
Well, that's because it's CM Punk, and you can't. A heel can. Never mind. Scratch that away from the record.
Mine was about to pull a strike. Say something stupid.
He tapped.
Yeah.
Strike's here, by the way.
Oh, Strike! Welcome to the pod. Oh, and he left. Call him stupid on the stream, and
I think he's pissed now.
Fucking leaves. Oh well.
He'll get over it.
Yeah, he'll get over it.
It's like, I should join them. Oh, they're making fun of me.
Duel, did you catch this Tag Team Turmoil match?
I did. All I can say is that people like to chant.
They do. They fucking love the chant. It was a nice quick match. I was kind of expecting it to be a little longer, but again, it was on the pre-show. They had a time limit. So for what the match was worth, very great. I love the Usos. Why the Usos didn't win that match, because they were looking hot like hell during that match, is beyond my comprehension. Because they
jump over the post.
Oh yeah, the jump over the post. Those fucking spots were crazy. I love the fucking super kicks that they pull off. Absolutely.
Super kick.
Favorite super kicks right now from the
But
Usos.
the primetime players are getting a mega push right now, so it was pretty obvious that they were going to win.
Oh yeah. I think they've been on quite a winning streak over the past couple weeks.
Except for the loss to the Wyatts on main event.
Yeah. I still fucking keep on forgetting that. Because I always mention that
Well, you
winning
should.
streak. You know what, Mike? I don't need to deal with your shit. Uh,
Are you gonna tap?
yeah, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil win. I was about to say Darren Young and the primetime player, but
The primetime player?
yeah, I don't know. They become the new #1 contenders for the tag team titles, and they will be facing Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins later on in the show.
Wow.
Then we're going to move on to the actual... Well, first of all, what'd you rate the match? You guys like the match? Was it a good match? Was it a good pre-show match? A lot of
3 out
people
of
I
5.
heard were saying that it should have been on the actual card.
It should have.
That was definitely a very pay-per-view worthy match, but they decided to kind of demote it down to the pre-show. Best decision? I'm not too sure.
I think it was perfect for the pre-show.
It was a nice
What else
pre-show
would
match.
What else would they would have put in there?
Well, they would have
Miz
definitely had a
versus
longer...
Fandango.
I think they would have had a longer match if it was on the pre-show, or at least they wouldn't have continued to cut to the commercials that they did on YouTube.
That's pretty well. Why would you do commercials during a live pay-per-view stream? It just seems retarded.
Money.
Yeah, I think WWE. There's been news recently that WWE's, cutting some losses right now because their projected income that they were hoping to get, which I think was like 56 to 65 million, actually came in between 40 to 50 million, if I read that news article correctly. So WWE hasn't been making as much money as they were hoping to, or what was projected. So, if they're going to have to throw in a couple advertisements here or there, it makes sense.
Well, at least they're making more money than TNA.
Yeah.
The pre-show is free, though. Gotta make some money somehow.
Yeah. Let's start off with the actual pay-per-view. We start off with Triple H's music hitting. And he talks about the main event match, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, and no one's allowed to interfere in the match. That includes the Big Show, that includes the Shield, no one. It's a one-on-one match. Then Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel come out, apologizing to Triple H for interrupting him, and saying that he doesn't want this match to happen. And he's trying to get this match canceled, which leads to Triple H making a match, Curtis Axel versus the first person he saw backstage. I was kind of hoping it was going to cut to the back and Triple H looking for someone. I think it cut to commercial, and then when it came back, Kofi Kingston was on.
Ooga booga.
The guy who had...
They cut titles at.
He had a #1 contenders shot when he beat Curtis Axel on Raw a couple weeks ago. So this was his match that he was supposed to be getting. What'd you guys think of this? Kofi getting another...
The match or the interview with Triple H and Paul Heyman?
Yeah?
The match.
The match.
Yeah, the match.
The match was really good. I didn't like the interview, though. Triple H was playing the exact opposite character that he should have been.
Oh, yeah. Like, definitely going against everything that he needs to keep kayfabe. He needs to keep that gimmick going, because if he's going to try to look anything close to what Vince McMahon has been playing, he needs to make sure he's playing that role on point. It's like whistling to Taz on TNA. Taz is part of Aces and Eights, but he will constantly praise everybody in the ring, no matter who they are. It's Triple H just playing that wrong role whenever he just feels like he needs to do or say something.
Well, the first problem is you're listening to Taz on commentary.
Taz!
But
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Regular match, I guess. Nothing too exciting came out of this match.
It's got a "This is awesome" chant.
Did it? No.
It went on too long.
It went on a lot
because
longer
of
than
that.
I was expecting it to go on.
That's because of the interview. The opening segment took 20 minutes way too long.
Yeah.
And I
It
think
could have been saved for the pre-show.
Curtis Axel won. Oh yeah, this would have been a lot better. I would have personally said for a pre-show match.
Not talking about the segment.
Oh, the segment?
Yeah, the segment could have been a lot better on the pre-show.
Probably.
and then you have them come out, and then you kick off the pay-per-view with the title match.
It would
Gonna
have.
put
It would have.
Triple H on the pre-show.
I mean, it would have been
Yeah,
good
you
to
could have-
have people, have that segment on the pre-show, have Triple H hype the pay-per-view, and then when you actually go into the actual pay-per-view, then you get going. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I could
He
have definitely seen that happen.
tells Axel he's going to find his challenger, then they do the promo, and they come back, and the challenger comes out.
Okay, well,
It's better than wasting actual time on the pay-per-view.
that's true. Curtis Axel wins the match. He retains his Intercontinental Championship. Any final thoughts on this match? I think it was very obvious that Curtis Axel was going to win this match. It was just going to make him look strong going into the CM Punk match. That he got a clean win over Kofi, and then it's going to be built up to as, can Curtis Axel do this against CM Punk later on? So I thought it
honestly
was.
expected that.
I thought it was a good decision.
I honestly expected him to lose.
Really.
Yeah.
I kind of did as well.
I expected him to lose and then go into the pay-per-view, go into the handicap match wanting revenge.
Revenge against who?
Or for just losing the match
Oh,
in the
okay.
title.
I
He's-
never
he's
really
take-
saw it that way. When they announced the match, I was like, Curtis Axel is going to win just to look strong going into his match. Because really, the Punk and Heyman feud has just been focusing on them. Axel's really only been the muscle. He's the only one getting involved, and constantly every week, Axel would get put down by Punk.
Yeah,
Josie, talk.
I hear an echo.
What?
Thank you.
Echo!
What echo?
I heard an echo there for a minute.
Stupid echo that you do. I don't know. Anyways, backstage segment with RVD trying to learn Spanish. I don't know why.
Hey, amigo.
Let's talk about these polls that WWE were doing throughout the show.
Oh, I hated those polls so much. Those polls. Oh my god. Hey guys, let's put Booker T as the greatest World Heavyweight Champion of all time.
Five time.
They put him over Edge, Batista, and The Undertaker.
Okay, here's how
Really?
I see these polls, because they had a poll for every title that was on the show. They had one for the Intercontinental title, the United States, blah, 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 blah. It was obvious that the people who were winning were the people that everybody knew. No one fucking voted for Harley Race for the United States Championship. No one voted for, Ric Flair, even Ric Flair got beat when they were doing the World Heavyweight Championship. They voted for people, it looks like the people who were voting, if there were people voting, or WWE just rigged the polling, they were just getting voted to the people who are very relevant to today's business and not to anything else, except for like the WWE scene. WWE Championship, I was surprised that Hulk Hogan got as much of a vote as he did.
Well, Sting won the US poll.
Yeah, that was even weird too.
Daddy, who's Sting?
But then again,
I'm
they
surprised-
really couldn't have put anybody else on that US title list.
Santino.
Chris, get out. Get out.
What did Ryan say?
Get out. Santino.
Yeah.
Get out.
The greatest
They could've-
United States champion who
Yeah.
happens to be a Canadian playing an Italian.
They could have pulled a really douchebag move and put Zack Ryder on her.
Whoa.
Didn't they
You saw-
put Batista for the World Heavyweight?
Yeah, they put Batista, Edge, and Undertaker on the World Heavyweight. That's why I'm surprised Booker T beat them.
Now, why the hell was Booker T?
Yeah,
He won the World
Booker T got like a 58%, like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, the second
made
place
no
vote was like
sense.
30. The second place vote was like 32%. I think it was The Undertaker.
because if I wasn't too sure looking at the list, because when you look at the World Heavyweight Championship list, it was like 4 of those guys on the list won the championship when it was brought into the WWE. Booker T, Undertaker, Edge, Batista. Ric Flair was the only person who didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship in the WWE. So it was a very mixed list of both when the championship was in the WCW and then when the championship was in the WWE.
Like the Divas title one.
Yeah, like the Divas title, they said who's the greatest Divas champions, and all of them were people who won the women's championship except for Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool was women's champion.
Well, yeah, she was women's champion, but she was also Divas champion. She was the only person on that list who was an actual Divas champion. So
Jimmy's coming in.
Jimmy's gonna come in. All right. Well, no, tell him that we're doing the podcast. Anyways, yeah, those polls were weird as fuck. Absolutely. Okay, then let's go into the next match, the Divas Fatal 4-Way match. This match pissed me off, not because it was like a bad match, but when I was trying to watch this match, the stream I was watching on was lagging up like crazy.
Don't you mean the pay-per-view that you ordered?
Oh yeah, the $60 I threw down on Night of Champions. That I
Wait,
could've
you
probably...
threw $60 on Night of Champions?
Yeah, Mike.
No, $50 for regular.
Wouldn't you?
What did you?
No.
Unless you want it in standard definition.
That I would rather have it in standard definition.
I'm gonna spend $60 on Night of Champions when I could have easily just bought GTA 5.
Oh. Alright.
I gotta pick what's more important to me. But anyways,
Business.
WWE Divas title match, Fatal 4-Way, Natalya versus Naomi versus Brie Bella versus AJ Lee. How'd you guys like this match? Was it a good Divas match for what it was?
Nope.
No?
Not really.
Not really?
They really fucked up several times during the match.
Okay, one of the things
Also,
that happened was Naomi missed a big splash. I want to know, was that on purpose?
Oh, I saw that. I think that was a botch.
Was it a botch?
Yeah,
Natty
because she
should have caught
completely...
her a bit.
It looked
Hey, look-
strange. It really looked.
It looked like she
didn't
completely
look like
overshot
Natty-
her.
It really didn't look like Natalya was even trying to dodge it.
So she dodged it.
She dodged it. Maybe when it was.
I don't think she dodged it.
It
It
just-
looked like she overshot it.
it was
She
weird.
did overshoot it.
That's when my stream started lagging up, because that's why I wanted to ask you guys, because you probably got a better look at what happened. It didn't make sense, and a lot of what else happened in that match that didn't come out the way it should.
Refs don't know how to count pinballs.
Yeah, that was fucking
Brie-
stupid.
Brie Bella was laying on top of Cameron, was it?
But
Naomi.
Yeah,
Was it Naomi?
her
and
shoulders
Natalya
were
later
on the
right on
mat.
top.
Her shoulders were on the mat though.
And the referee just stood there.
But yeah, but, wasn't
What's going on?
but
He
Brie
was-
Bella's elbows were on, or not elbows, shoulders were on the mat. So that really doesn't count as a pin, does it?
It would have pinned both, I guess.
Really?
That
I
would
think-
have ended up a draw.
I think they've counted pinfalls like that before once.
Yeah, in Shawn Michaels matches, didn't when he used to super kick people would fall on him just like that?
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't know. The referees have been sucking as of late in Divas matches.
It's
The
usually
ref was waiting.
It's
It wasn't
usually
even
was
black.
waiting.
It wasn't.
What was that
The ref was
though?
waiting for the double. The ref was waiting for the double sharpshooter spot, so he wasn't going to count anything.
Oh yeah.
It's usually the
First
black
double
refs that are
sharpshooter
fucking-
in the WWE history.
Oh no.
First ever.
Oh yeah,
That was the best spot of the night.
best spot of the night for Mike.
Yeah,
The double
sharpshooter.
sharpshooter.
You'll never see a guy being able to do that.
It feels like that was like the one spot out of the entire match that they probably worked on the most, was how to properly connect this double sharpshooter without making it look like crap.
And it looked like she was trying to psych herself up there for like a couple
Yeah.
seconds. Then she did it.
And then AJ comes in, Black Widow on the top.
It looked like a porno that I watched the other night, so...
Oh,
Jimmy,
Lord.
I know what kind of shit
Oh.
Jimmy's watching over there. Watching that Brad
So I
porn parody of WWE.
What was it?
Traffics.com.
Oh,
So I have a question. Why was Brie Bella dressed up as Rainbow Dash?
Oh God.
Was it
There's-
Paul?
You
I
would.
think?
She loves the ponies.
Wait, is it true that
You.
is it true that they voted on her outfit,
Apparently.
Paul?
or did I
wasn't
just
it?
hear that wrong?
Yeah, I think it was a
Talked
poll.
about
I
And
that on
don't know.
Yeah, it was
commentary.
a poll on WWE.com. I guess that was one of the outfits for WWE.com, like that Rainbow Dash outfit or whatever the hell it's called.
Wasn't it Rainbow Bride?
Really?
It was Rainbow what?
Rainbow
Well, they
Bride.
mentioned
Yeah,
it. I don't.
Rainbow Bride,
Rainbow
Strawberry
Bride.
Shortcake, I heard on commentary.
Oh, that's
One-
so
one of the-
stupid.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh man.
All I
Next
know is I
match.
did not even watch the match, and that's it.
Next match.
I wouldn't
oh,
be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if a 12-year-olds voted on that. I want to see
throw
Brie.
it on.
Yeah, I want to see Brie Bella in multicolored outfits. Yeah. Like no, just no. Never
What?
happen again.
Whatever
Look better
happened-
than her old lady outfit she's been wearing.
Oh yeah, those have been fucking terrible to look at. Whatever happened to the days where the skin-colored, bikini-looking fucking.
It's PG. It's PG, Greg.
I
It's
miss,
PG.
I miss those tight outfits.
It's PG, Greg.
Gets me
Okay,
It's
going.
PG. Next.
World Heavyweight Title match: Rob Van Dam versus Alberto Del Rio. I don't know. Weird match. I wasn't expecting how this ended. What Mike said during the prediction show that he was expecting, Ricardo Rodriguez to turn. He was going to have Sandow come in. I was just kind of expecting Del Rio to just kind of go over clean over Rob Van Dam. But no, we get a DQ finish that led to...
It didn't break the hold.
That
Didn't
led...
break the cross-arm breaker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, DQ finish.
Related to the
Go on.
related to the Van Daminator.
Oh, yeah, the Van
The
Dam.
Van Daminator.
RV
Why didn't
Poe
Sandow
Van
cash
Dam.
in after that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just too early for him to cash in. He hasn't really done much. But then again, whenever someone has a Money in the Bank briefcase, they get buried for months upon months until they actually cash it in.
Sure, Randy Orton.
Yeah, unless you're Randy Orton, you gotta keep going strong. But
It's all the SmackDown guys that get buried for some reason.
as for the match itself,
With the
how did
wall-
you guys like it?
It was meh.
It was meh,
It's forgettable.
very forgettable.
It was.
Eh.
It
It
was.
was watchable, but very meh at the same time.
RVD did good, but it wasn't one of his best.
I compared this feud a lot. It's a failed. It's what the Paul Heyman Punk feud would have looked like if it failed completely. Because essentially, you had Del Rio and Ricardo who broke up, former friends, just like the CM Punk Paul Heyman feud. But they didn't put a lot of emphasis on Ricardo and Alberto. They tried to create something with Del Rio and Rob Van Dam that just didn't work because none of them were talking. They barely got any TV time on Raw or SmackDown. They kept on getting pushed back because of the WWE title scene. The going into the match alone was very tough.
They could have played off the fact that Alberto beat up Ricardo with a bucket.
Yeah. I don't know.
I beat up my friend with a bucket.
Were you guys disappointed that maybe that they're going to continue to keep Ricardo face, that they're not going to have him brought back with Del Rio? Yeah.
I'm just upset because RVD's going away soon, and he won't have a title until he probably comes back.
No, he won't even have. He's not even going to win a title. If the rumors of his contract are true and he's only working three or 4 months and then goes on hiatus, I don't see him ever going to be holding a title in the first place. Unless he's going to be a transitional, which I was expecting him to do tonight, but that didn't play out.
He should have won it tonight and then lost it at Battleground.
Was he even going to be working next month?
I have no idea.
Well, anyways, that was a match.
It was.
Yes, it was.
That was a
Two broken Ricardos out of 5.
Yeah.
2 broken Ricardos.
we get a Triple H segment backstage.
I probably zoned out for this.
Yeah, I missed it completely. I didn't even know the segment even happened. Triple H is
Anytime
backstage
Triple-
on the phone. He hangs up when Randy walks in. Orton doesn't understand why Triple H hasn't banned interference. Why Triple H banned interference from tonight's main event. Triple H just says he wants to make sure that he chose the right guy when he chose Orton as the face of the WWE. So we'll talk about this later when we get to the main event, but there maybe could be a switch between, or maybe a turn between Triple H against Orton and everything.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get to the main event. Fandango versus The Miz. Filler match came in. Surprising. They've been building this matchup for well over a month now, since fucking SummerSlam.
Well, Fandango lost, so I'm disappointed.
Miz wins all.
I'm slightly disappointed that Fandango lost.
Yeah.
That man should be a Continental Champion right now.
Why is Miz still being pushed at all? He should be pushed off a cliff.
Well, I read a rumor he's going to be turning heel soon.
Yeah, but
They've given up on his face bronze.
Why can't he turn right into a wall?
But how long do you think it's going to take him to turn heel? It's been quite a long time that he's been doing this face run, and WWE's already invested a lot in him as like that social ambassador.
I don't know, but it sucks.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst face runs that I've seen, including Del Rio's. It just seems forced.
Maybe
like extremely forced.
Maybe because both those guys had a long run as heels, and having that turn suddenly for no reason and not even getting a push behind it.
Well, to be fair, Del Rio got the world title.
But they really didn't do much with him. He kept on jumping between feuds.
Jumping between Big Show and Big Show.
You could have the World Heavyweight Championship, but if you do nothing with the title, it doesn't make sense.
Well, he actually feuded with Big Show and Jack Swagger.
Yeah,
I don't see this how that's jumping.
But look back and see how successful those feuds were anyways.
Yeah, they were great. The Big Show's the best. He's the best of all time.
No DQ.
He's the best around.
No DQ elimination handicap match. CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman. This is what I've been waiting for. I think this is I was waiting for this match a lot more than the main event. What do you guys think of the match? Any thoughts, opinions went into it?
Let Mr. Duel speak. Go ahead, sir.
I'm not really sure.
Not really sure? How about
What you
Mike?
guys?
It was
Mike.
It was alright for a hardcore match. They used the kendo sticks quite a lot.
They didn't put a lot of heart into what...
Sticks.
It felt like they didn't put a lot of heart into this match that they did with the other segments they pulled on. Heyman was standing outside of the ring a lot. He wasn't getting involved in any way. And that kind of sucks. Heyman was the guy who made a lot of those segments over the past couple weeks really fun to watch, really interesting. So when it was just a focus between Punk and Axel, I mean, they were doing all right. They were pulling out some good stuff. But at the end, Axel was eliminated kind of spontaneously. Punk just nails a DTS on him and applies the Anaconda Vice. And Axel taps just out of nowhere, and then Punk goes after Heyman.
Well, to be fair, the main focus was going to be placed on Punk versus Heyman anyway. Axel was just there.
Well,
not to mention he had the match beforehand.
But that was my point. Heyman was at ringside a lot. I was kind of expecting him to, maybe have Axel have gone over Punk for a little bit. Have Axel dominate, have Heyman get in there, get a couple punches into Punk, have Heyman feel like, okay, maybe Axel can get over Punk. Maybe I won't get my ass kicked. Maybe this will be a really good night. But it wasn't really like that. It was back and forth throughout the night. Axel gets eliminated, and then Punk goes after Heyman. They could have probably approached this match if they approached this match like they did their segments over the past couple weeks, it would have been a lot more entertaining. It would have been a much better hardcore match because having Heyman with a kendo stick is a lot more entertaining than anything else they've been pulling off. So,
well, he got handcuffed and got the crap kicked out of him.
oh yeah,
which that dragged on a little too long.
It did, but a lot of other segments, again, going back to the segments, a lot of those segments have dragged on a little too much on Raw. They would go on at least for 20 minutes, but who comes in for a surprise run-in when Punk,
the best wrestler ever,
when Punk decides he's about to split Heyman's face open out of the corner of everybody's eye, the big man himself, Ryback.
The biggest walking piece of trash in wrestling
Here
today.
comes Mike to complain for the next 80 hours.
Mike, I want to ask you this question.
80 hours?
It's a question because
I would get bored after the 21st hour.
It's an important question, Mike. How do you feel about Heyman picking Ryback as his guy?
It's only a temporary thing until Brock Lesnar comes back. That's all it is. Why would Heyman have two big guys in his stable?
Because why wouldn't you want two big guys in your stable?
Because he's got Brock.
Okay, Brock.
Brock.
That guy. He's got Lesnar.
Heyman's even said in the ring during promos or even in interviews, Brock fights when he wants to fight. He wants to fight he wants to get paid the most money while fighting the least amount of matches. Because that's who Paul Heyman is. So when he doesn't have Paul Heyman by his side, he needs another big guy in there to protect him.
I would have much preferred somebody from NXT.
Everybody over at Woo was saying that they wanted Ono in that ring.
Well, Ono just came back, so
he did come back.
Why would he just came back this week.
He did.
I would have preferred Corey Graves.
Corey Graves tweeted right after that match that he's sorry he disappointed everybody. So like,
yeah, I would have much preferred if it was Corey Graves. Because now we're gonna have another crappy CM Punk Ryback match at Battleground probably. Whoa, I'm excited. I'm so excited. CM Punk gets to carry Ryback again.
Cry more, Mike. Cry more.
He gets to carry the biggest walking botch in the WWE right now.
He's not from ROH, so I don't like him.
He's not Sin Cara. Come on.
Great.
Duel, what did you
have to
think
be Sin Cara.
Duel, what do you think of Ryback getting the run-in?
The Ryback stuff, it came out of nowhere. I don't think there was any build-up that I saw, and it just kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah. Ryback was a very random
They gave him
pick.
the giant Goldberg chance.
I was expecting Ryback to kind of pull a face turn because, I mean, that's as much as I've been reading that that they were going to be pulling that face turn with Ryback soon because he wasn't doing much as a heel. Even though those bully segments have been the best segments that he's been putting on since he's been on TV.
Mike doesn't think that.
Because Mike doesn't
Screw Ryback.
Mike doesn't like entertainment.
Ryback.
Mike would choose.
No, I don't like pieces of.
Mike would choose talent over entertainment anytime of the day.
That shows that Mike cares actually about wrestling, not the entertainment aspect.
But that's not best for business.
Mike would pick like Dean Malenko over someone like who's entertaining? Fandango. Isn't that right, Mike?
They're both entertaining.
Dean Malenko?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Anti-Charisma? Dean Malenko?
No, that's Orton.
With Orange, too.
Dean Malenko was very talented.
He was a very talented wrestler.
Just saying.
But lacked any bit of charisma that you can want to milk out of that guy. He could have been a big guy if he didn't have the freaking charisma of a construction worker who just hated life. If that makes sense.
Rip in peace, Mike.
Did my fucking derp?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll move on then. Ryback makes the run in. He spears Punk through the table, and the winner is Paul Heyman because Ryback rolls Heyman's fat body on the Punk. And he carries Punk off, or not Punk, Paul Heyman off while still handcuffed. So I thought that was funny. United States title match: Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose. A match I kind of wanted to be really good that didn't really didn't come off as too entertaining or anything too special. What do you guys think of this match? Was it too rushed? Should they have built it up a lot more properly?
It was yeah.
It was yeah. Is Ziggler suffering because of the?
I'll be honest.
What's up?
I'll be honest. I watched probably 2-3 minutes of the match, and I just kind of dozed off a little bit. So I really did not pay much attention to the match. I found it kind of boring.
Let me ask you guys this.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good match. I don't.
Is Ziggler suffering because of these apparent, what's going around the dirt sheet right now with Ziggler about him being in the doghouse?
Hello?
Hello? What happened? I think we are derping. I am not too sure.
Okay.
What's going on?
I think
Everyone
we're
still here?
I think we're kind of here, but no, it's Skype is derping. Skype is
There
derping.
goes Mike.
No, well, as
Is
long
everyone
as
still here?
Mike hung up on purpose.
okay, let's get back
No,
on. Let's get back on the podcast.
Hold
We're talking about
No,
Ziggler versus Ambrose. The Skype's working again. Do you think Ziggler is suffering because of these apparent doghouse rumors? That he's in the doghouse, that he said some stupid shit during interviews, and that he's suffering because of this? Hello? Are we still derping?
Are we?
Are we?
I'm sorry. Say the question again.
Okay, I'm going to say it one last time. Is Ziggler suffering because of these apparent rumors that he's in the doghouse with WWE?
Well, is it proof he's in the doghouse?
If he's in, the rumors right now on the dirt sheets are saying that Ziggler's in the doghouse for apparent things he said on interviews around SummerSlam. So I'm wondering, is him losing this match him suffering because of what's up, Duel?
It wasn't particularly bad. I knew that the Shield were going to retain. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
And they did their best with what they had, and it just wasn't really that good.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Shield losing either, but
they're very. Well, what's up, Jonesy?
well, like I said, I didn't see them losing, but I don't know if it's due to them still being pushed or Ziggler in the doghouse. I don't know.
They're very stagnant with the Shield right now. They haven't because the Shield's been preoccupied with this WWE title feud with Bryan and Orton. They haven't been in any feuds. They really haven't. They've been defending the titles regularly, which is a good thing. But there's no feuds. They're not cutting any promos. We're not seeing Ambrose cutting his amazing promos that he should be cutting on a weekly basis. Seth Rollins been improving on the mic. Roman Reigns been improving, but we're not seeing any of this improvement on the mic. They're not giving them too much TV time to show what else they have. It's just kind of like, we're going to run in, we're going to destroy, and we're going to leave. Very bad approach, I think, when it comes to the Shield, especially a team who had so much motion behind them, momentum. It's kind of slowing them down. I don't know. It doesn't feel right for me. I feel like they need to sit back. They need to look at what the Shield's doing right now. And they need to figure out where is the Shield going to be 6 months from now? Are they going to be continuing squashing random people constantly? Are you going to sit down and you're going to write a feud for them? They need to figure out what they're doing with the Shield, because I don't want these guys to be thrown in some mid-card hell and just be wrestling on main event in a couple months for no apparent reason. That would suck for these guys. These guys are talented. All three of the men can be, future WWE champions. So we'll see what happens with this Shield, I guess. We'll move on. WWE Tag Team Title match: Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. I don't know. What do you guys think of this match?
As soon as Ambrose retained his belt, I knew they weren't losing the tag belts.
Yeah.
So the match was pretty obvious.
It came apparent to everybody. Do you see the primetime players possibly moving forward with the feud with the Shield?
I see them getting another shot.
Yeah, definitely another shot.
Okay.
But it's about the WWE's got to pick between the two big babyface tag teams, the Usos and the primetime players.
Who would you rather see?
I'd rather see the Usos, but with Darren Young coming out, I think they'd have more momentum putting the primetime players in that number one babyface team spot.
Okay. With the Los Matadores coming in the picture, do you see the Shield dropping the titles to anybody like the Rio Americans so they could continue with the feud like that?
I don't think they're gonna drop anything to a heel team.
Yeah, but you could also
not in heel versus heel.
You could have the Usos be a transitional team, but then that sucks.
Yeah, that could work, but
I don't know. We'll see as this moves on. Yeah, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns retain, and then we get to the main event.
Here we go.
This is something. Okay. When I watched this match, I was half falling asleep. I was on my bed. I was staring at my computer. It was on full screen, and I was just... I don't know. I wasn't sure what I was expecting out of this match. I kind of wanted a good match. But I felt like I was so positive on what was going to happen at the end. I think everybody was very positive of what was going to happen at the end of this match.
It was pretty much the start.
But then they do this.
My guess is the ref bump was so they could get the ref out, have the doctor come out and tell them what the end of the match was.
It was a very fast count at the end too.
That's my guess. That's why the ref bump happened.
It's weird because this was a very fast count. It was like 1, 2, 3, done. Even when Scott Armstrong got back into the ring, he didn't look right either. He was very stiff. He looked very stiff. I'm not saying like that's gonna show anything. Maybe there's some stuff that happened backstage. Maybe nothing really happened at all.
Scott Armstrong's become the new Earl Hebner.
They screwed Orton.
You're gonna be doing some fucking screw jobs going on now. But yeah, Daniel Bryan is our new WWE champion after 1 month of taking the belt away from him and putting it on Orton.
He's gonna get stripped tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's gonna get stripped.
We're back with this argument where was it a good idea for Orton to take the title from Bryan after SummerSlam? It doesn't make sense. Was it a good idea? Maybe they thought, okay, it wasn't a good idea to take the belt off of Bryan at SummerSlam, so we're just gonna give it back to him. What do you guys think?
Like I said, they're gonna strip him.
You're gonna strip him?
I don't think Bryan should have won.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't think
yet,
they should have won. They should have accepted what they've done and just moved along with it. But oh man, that was weird. I was watching all the reactions online and everybody was confused as fuck.
Yeah.
It felt like it shouldn't have gone.
There we go.
Mike, we're talking about the WWE Championship match.
You're alive.
Yes, I am alive. I am back.
What's your opinion on what happened with Bryan winning?
Very unexpected.
Very unexpected.
Very unexpected. I figured it would let Orton either go over by some kind of botched interference on the referee went down, or Orton got intentionally disqualified to save the title.
Was it a good idea?
No.
No.
Unless they do what Big Fish said and they strip Bryan of the title tomorrow night because the referee apparently counted fast.
Oh, that would be stupid.
That's the only way I can see them taking the belt off of Bryan.
Right now, he's a 2-time WWE champion. And they're just going to continue to strip the title off of him?
They're going to do it Jericho and Triple H.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that with that though, that was only a night. That was like an hour. This is a full 24 hours.
Yeah, but
Jericho had the belt for like an hour.
I'm just gonna wonder. I want to see how they're gonna approach this. Tomorrow on Raw is gonna be very interesting to watch.
Hopefully.
Nope.
And hopefully the crowd's better than tonight.
I thought the crowd was all right tonight.
They were fine.
They were fine. They're not like New Jersey crowd. They're not like Chicago crowd, but they were a good crowd. At least they weren't dead throughout the night. There was some chants that went on. They were alive. They were kicking. They just wanted something to cheer for. It all goes down to giving the fans something to cheer for, and I'm thinking this win for Daniel Bryan was to get them off their fucking ass.
Like I said, I'm honestly surprised he won as cleanly as he did.
Oh, yeah.
This is the second pay-per-view in a row he's beaten somebody clean with that running knee.
And this is when it goes back to that segment that happened earlier on in the show. Junkie talk.
What?
Okay. Yeah, this is the static that went on.
I don't know what's wrong with my mic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Buy a new one!
Yeah, do that. But this goes back to the segment that happened earlier, when Triple H says, "I want to see if I made the right decision." Do we see? I'm having a theory now that maybe Triple H is going to be turning on Vince and Stephanie, and we're gonna.
I don't see that.
You don't.
Why
see
would
that?
he do that? He just turned heel.
Yeah, he's not going to go back to sexy, badass rebel.
Why would they turn Triple H face again after he pulled the biggest swerve in quite some time at SummerSlam?
It would make a little bit better sense than just stripping the title off of Daniel Bryan again. There's no real reason to strip Bryan off. The referee came when Scott Armstrong came back into the ring. Bryan was still wrestling. Orton was still wrestling. It was still a very back and forth match.
This is all a ploy to get Scott Armstrong over so he becomes the next ref with a Titantron.
Oh, God.
Oh, my
Triple
God.
H versus Scott Armstrong.
Scott Armstrong's going to get fired. Linda's going to bring him back. Bryan's going to win the title via Scott Armstrong coming back into the ring, and Bryan's beating Triple H for the title.
Linda's no longer with the company.
Well, Shane comes back.
Shane's no longer with the company. Why would Shane McMahon come back?
You're killing Ryan's dreams right now.
Okay,
Like,
fine. We'll have Hornswoggle do it.
Oh, God.
He is Vince McMahon's bastard son.
You complain about rehashing old storylines. Why would you bring that one back up?
Don't hinder the Linder.
What?
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 Don't hinder.
It's the gender?
Shut up, Big Fish. They said don't hinder the Linder.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Linda.
Overall, guys,
I said the gender.
yeah, I don't know what
He's
Victor
fired.
said.
And Jinder Mahal.
Overall, let's get an overall opinion review. What'd you guys give this pay-per-view? Mike, starting with you. Opinions on the pay-per-view and give me your score.
Hold on.
God damn it, Mike. We're doing a podcast.
All right. I know we are.
Linder Jahal.
Overall score, I would give it a 7.
Do you have any final opinions on the pay-per-view? Was it a good pay-per-view? This, that?
Decent matches were the handicap and the handicap and the WWE title. The US title, I had no opinion on because it was too short. It was like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
The Divas match they could have done without, and Ms. Fandango they could have done without. If they would have had that, it could have been on the pre-show instead.
That could have been a lot better on the pre-show, saying how Miz is the social media guy.
But no, we just had to have Miz and Fandango randomly on the pay-per-view.
It's not randomly. It's not randomly. They've been building this matchup for at least a month. You just didn't officially announce it on Raw or SmackDown.
It was a filler match. It means it was random.
No, it's not.
Filler matches are random.
But they've been building this matchup for a month. It's not random.
Filler matches are random.
It's not like they put R-Truth versus Jinder Mahal. That would have been a fucking random filler match.
I probably would have emailed the company and asked them why they did that. Dear WWE, why is R-Truth wrestling Jinder Mahal second to last match of Night of Champions? Why? What did we do to deserve this?
Jonesy, final opinions on the pay-per-view and your score.
Wasn't all that impressed. I'll give it like a C.
A C. That was our first letter score. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Surprised you knew this alphabet.
Ryan, final opinions on the pay-per-view and your final
6
score.
out of 10 Dave Meltzers, no Tokyo Domes, no Jappy people.
Shut up.
We want Ryder.
Jimmy, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Final opinions on the pay-per-view and your score.
Too boring. Didn't watch most of it. 4 out of 10. Fell asleep at the final match.
Okay.
You're the worst.
Okay, Bret Hart.
I'm not sure if Strike has even.
Strike hasn't said a word.
Yeah. Duel. Final opinions on the pay-per-view and give me your score.
It was okay in some ways and disappointing in other ways, including the main event. So the wrestling wasn't bad, so I'll just give it a 7 out of 10.
All right. That's a solid score. I have to agree with a lot of you. 7 out of 10, 6.5 maybe. It was a solid pay-per-view. There wasn't a whole lot that was, at least the filler matches were entertaining. At least I understood why they happened. There wasn't no random bullshit that just decided to throw it in. The swerve at the end was unexpected. Am I mad at it? I'm not too sure. It's just going to make me watch Raw tomorrow. That's what it is. I think it's just a huge ploy to get more views on the Raw tomorrow. To see Daniel Bryan as WWE champion. For the first time
For all
on Raw.
of 5 minutes.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm still not sure if they're going to be stripping him of the title. But
Daniel Bryan stripping.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I bet you fancy his beard too, don't you?
Weird.
Oh my god.
okay.
This just went downhill.
But yeah, that was our review. Let's talk about some quick news topics and end the show. One of the things that happened this week was it was announced on WWE.com that JR has officially retired from the WWE. Now, there's a lot of controversy that went behind this. I just want to talk about this before we go on to anything else. It started out as WWE announcing that JR retired. And then we started getting a lot of dirt sheet news that maybe he didn't get fired, that maybe he didn't retire, more than got fired by Vince McMahon, because apparently he had a huge ploy on the decision of him getting out of the company. And then it was said that JR is done, he's not going to be back. And then he goes on and saying on Twitter, I think, that he's still going to spend time at WWE developmental. That doesn't make sense.
Here's the thing. They said it was mutual that he wanted to retire, but yet he just wrote a blog like a month ago saying he wasn't ready to retire. He didn't want to leave. And then the thing he posted in Skype chat the other day where he said the only way he's going to retire is if they quote-unquote bury him.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden he decides he wants to retire. That's the key that shows everybody that he was fired and the retirement was a cover-up. It's all that is.
It's what everybody's saying that that this is that the reason all this has happened because of the 2K little what did they call it? The little fucking interview where they had Flair drunk off his ass, crying about his son.
The 2K.
Yeah, it was a
2K14 press conference.
Yeah,
it was a press conference for 2K14.
That was. I'm still surprised.
It wasn't JR's fault.
It definitely wasn't JR's fault. They keep on saying that JR should have gotten control of it, should have shut up Ric Flair and continued to move on. But
it's apparently the reason why he didn't shut him up is because he was talking about his dead son.
Yeah, first of all, that's definitely I wouldn't want to fucking interrupt him when he's doing that.
Shut the fuck up about your dead son. No one cares.
Nobody gives a crap about Ric Flair.
Oh man, but I'm still surprised that WWE's crying over the fact that happened.
Yeah, when none of the 2K people said it was all fine with them.
2K didn't give a shit.
Weren't there? I heard something about like there were investors that were at that press conference. Or
that's
something.
probably why.
According to the story I've read, basically, there was only 4 key people that were pissed. It was pretty much Vince, Triple H, Stephanie, and someone else. They're completely pissed. Everyone else was just fine with it because even though Flair was more than likely drunk, he was still he's coherent and still participating. But everyone else was cool. There was the only 4 that weren't.
No, it doesn't.
They probably didn't want to set up bad examples in front of the 2K guys.
I hope that maybe we'll get some answers from JR later on in the future, but I don't think we will because JR loves the business so much and he wouldn't shoot on WWE for the world.
He's not going to. And it's funny because I'm sure some of you guys saw the little argument that I had with that retard on Twitter. I'm not going to plug his site because, just because you run a wrestling site doesn't mean you know everything. He tried to tell me that, the guy who tried to tell me that JR actually legit retired, and because Dave Meltzer reported it, doesn't mean he got fired. Just because you're a JR mark doesn't mean you know everything. He got legit ticked off because he was proven wrong on several accounts. And he's like, "You're a pathetic mark. Goodbye." like if you're gonna be proven, if you're trying to debate something, don't get mad when you're proven wrong countless times, and ignore an argument.
You're a mark, Mike.
The people stop getting worked, Mike.
The people on Twitter, that was a word. No, he's just stupid. There's a difference. There's a difference between trying to tick somebody off in a debate and just not knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah,
this guy.
I wish I would have actually saw that conversation go down because by the time I saw it happen on Twitter, you already blocked him and he already blocked us, so I couldn't see anything of what happened except for all the tweets that you made. I was like, how do I put this shit together? And I couldn't put it together.
It doesn't matter. He's just a flat out moron. And he thinks he knows everything because he runs a wrestling website. It probably sucks just as bad as Bleacher Report.
Yeah. Bleacher Report.
But rant over.
So,
Carry on.
As of everything else that's been going on, Dusty Rhodes going to be on Raw tomorrow. So expect another classic Dusty Rhodes promo.
Oh, lordy.
He can't job the Orton because Orton doesn't have the title.
He's going to fight Orton. Oh, wait a minute.
He can't. Orton's got to go after the belt.
Triple threat match, bruh.
Oh, God.
This is where we'll see Dusty's favorite person in the world finally make his debut.
Who's that?
Bo Dallas.
Oh, go. Daddy?
Go kill yourself. Go kill yourself. Go kill yourself. No. Go kill yourself. Go. Let's do it. Go.
Bo Night is the night.
Oh, my God.
In love after...
Oh, Lord.
I agree, dog. Bo Dallas.
After anything else that's gone on in the news, I can't really... Undertaker, Michelle McCool were at the Performance Center. Nothing much to talk about there.
At the Porn Center? I heard Porn Center.
Yeah,
no,
the Porno Center.
I
Porn Center.
Oh,
Where?
I heard Undertaker and Michelle McCool are at the porn center. I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, never mind. Carry on.
There's a report of Mike Tenay and Taz watching the Jets Patriots game during Impact Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Really? That's funny,
Yeah.
actually.
Somebody has a picture of them. Apparently, Tenay and Taz had 2 monitors at the table for the tapings. One was to watch Impact. One was to watch the Jets Patriots game.
GG.
It shows how much effort they don't put into that show anymore. They essentially read off a script now. What's so special about the commentary team on in WWE is that they don't read off a script. They're watching the monitor, they're watching what's happening, and they go off everything. You could hear when they're going off scripts because they'll start calling shots before the shots even happen. like you'll hear Taz like, oh, he's going for a leg drop, and then he doesn't go for a leg drop for like 2 minutes.
Well, to be fair, Taz is one of the worst commentators there are.
Yeah.
He's horrendous. So, I'm just saying he's one of the
There's
worst.
a leg drop.
WWE hired Sean Spears again.
Who?
Sean Spears. He wrestled in ECW, the WWE ECW when they were doing the talent initiative, and he got fired back in like 2009.
Again, who?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he'll be back in FCW, not FCW, what the fuck, NXT.
Good, maybe he can drop the mix and rhyme.
As for everything else, I don't know. There's not much to talk about in news, so I guess we'll just
Mr. Anderson left TNA, or he's going to be leaving TNA.
what?
Mr. Anderson's contract is expiring at the end of the month.
Oh no, he re-signed the contract.
What?
I didn't see anything on that.
Yeah, they apparently it's being reported that he signed a new contract.
Boo. He's one of the reasons why I don't watch TNA.
I'm guessing. Well, from what I'm understanding, they're gonna start grooming some new people to be in the main event, and I'm guessing one of them is gonna be Magnus, and the other one's gonna be Ken Anderson.
Yay.
So
I can't wait.
I'm glad Magnus is gonna get that push, but I mean, fuck. And Samoa Joe is still sticking around for no apparent reason.
I think it's adding like years to his contract and go, oh, we're gonna sign you in January. In April, your contract's gonna come up. We're gonna resign you again. Then in
Oh, we're
July,
not gonna pay you either.
Yeah, we're not gonna pay you either. In
Can we just talk
July,
about the spoilers for next week for TNA, just because they're super dumb.
I didn't even get to see them.
Can I just say the stupidest one of the week?
Go ahead.
Dixie turns
None of
heel.
y'all.
Oh,
What?
damn.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
okay.
wait.
No.
Dixie Carter. No, shut up. Screw it. I don't care. I
It's
do not
worse
care.
than you think, Mike. It is really worse than you think.
Show me, link me the spoilers. Dixie Carter turns heel.
It's worse than you think.
Is she behind the Claire Lynch thing?
Not that
She's
worse.
behind Aces and Eights, isn't she?
Essentially, they're
Oh my god, it's...
what they're
Please
trying.
tell me that's not what it really is.
What they're trying to do is how do I put this into terms? They're trying to make this AJ Styles feud into CM Punk. It's definitely like they're trying to make this as the Summer of Punk. That's what they're trying to go to. AJ has
I called that last week when AJ...
Great.
AJ shot 2 like it looked like work suits. I don't know. It's confusing.
I called that the week he did the week he did that promo on Impact.
He cut 2 promos though, and they're exactly the same promos. He goes out, he says how shit TNA is, how they're not gonna go anywhere without him, and then that's it.
And then Dixie comes out and says, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here today.
Actually, if it wasn't for Jeff Jarrett, he wouldn't be there today.
Well, if it wasn't for Dixie Carter's money.
Well, if it wasn't for her money, he wouldn't be there. But if it wasn't for him being in the company overall, that goes to Jeff and Jerry Jarrett.
Yeah.
So whoever wrote that line in the Dixie Carter's promo needs to be smacked in the throat.
We will talk about this when it comes in the next couple weeks.
I am not watching Impact next week.
I'm watching.
I don't want to watch.
I'm watching it because I want to see how this plays out.
No, I do not want to. I do not want to see a woman who knows nothing about the wrestling business. And knows
Also, a
nothing.
title changes hand.
The X Division title,
No.
the tag titles.
Nope.
Oh, I already read that. Who cares? The Knockouts division has 3 women in it to begin with.
Well,
I could care less.
Okay, let's do Pop and Botchin on this.
Okay.
Brian, start with your Pop and Botch.
My pop goes to Daniel Bryan winning and GTA 5 coming out on Tuesday. My flop goes to me having to work on Tuesday. And my botch goes to pretty much every single match tonight.
All right. Jonesy.
my pop is for GTA 5 because I just can't wait 2 more days for it. I want it now. I want it in my hands. I want to be playing it.
You want it in your pants?
I want it in my
Nerds.
pants.
You guys are fucking
I want it
nerds.
in and around my mouth. Oh.
You guys are fucking
I want it
nerds.
Just want to
ejaculating.
lick the disc.
Stop being nerds.
I want to stick my dick in between that hole of the disc.
No, oh my god.
Stop being nerds for once.
That's Jimmy's line.
Stop being nerds.
Jimmy's the one who calls us nerds.
Why are you copying off of Jimmy? You call us
I'm the
dorks.
man, bitch.
Greg, you're the one who calls us dorks. Jimmy's the one who calls us nerds.
Okay, stop being dorks.
It's too late now. You killed it.
I'm
Queer.
being a
Hey,
fat
ruined it.
bag. Shit.
Good job.
Fuck.
Okay,
Fast
let's
ball.
just finish the fucking Come on.
GG.
Alright.
Yes.
My flop goes
No.
to...
Go.
I'll give it to
Hey.
this whole... Shut up. This whole pay-per-view. I wasn't all that impressed with it. And my botch goes to Greg. Because why not?
All right.
Good man.
Jimmy.
My pop this week is for this week entirely. A lot of things. Breaking Bad started off the week. That was pretty good. Then we got GTA Tuesday, the iOS update Wednesday.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Remember when we
my
used to
birthday.
do these segments just about wrestling?
Because wrestling isn't relevant anymore. I don't care.
What's wrestling?
All right, Friday's my birthday. Saturday is birthday extravaganza. Flop. I would have to say flop goes to this pay-per-view because it made me fall asleep. So yeah. And botch to Hunter for being a baby back bitch last night.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Oh yeah, I'm still think he's gonna fucking stand down on Saturday. He's gonna have some big kahunas if he's gonna challenge me to a shot off live on stream. He's not gonna win.
Well, I got a question. I got a question. If y'all both show up and it's broadcasted, can I edit it together and put it on the chat on the YouTube?
We'll see.
Because I'm sure I might get us some views.
Well,
The Arc of Wrestling presents the drink off.
Might pop him much.
My pop goes to Daniel Bryan winning the title. My flop goes to the San Francisco 49ers getting outright butt raped by the Seattle Seahawks.
No, it's not even that big of a butt rape. It's not as big as what Baltimore got last week.
It's 29-3. It's 29-3. Oh, and my flop goes to the New England Patriots for not having anybody to throw to because Amadella is injured.
My flop goes
Picture
to
Mike.
the Ravens almost losing to the Browns today.
My flop goes to the Patriots almost losing to the Bills, and the Jets. So, yeah. And my botch goes to Dixie Carter for turning heel next week, and she's a retard and doesn't care about her company, watches college football games, lets her commentators watch a pro football game as the show's going on. Hasn't signed AJ Styles yet. Resigns Mr. Anderson for God knows why. And, well, yeah. TNA
He's
is
an asshole.
No, he sucks.
He's an asshole.
Mike
should be
just doesn't
throwing-
like entertainers.
He should be thrown off a
He's
cliff.
not from ROH, so I don't like him.
Mr. Anderson's not an entertainer. He tries too much to be The Rock. And guess what? He's not The Rock.
My God.
He's a second-rate version of The Rock, baby.
Still not from ROH, so I'm never gonna
But-
like him.
But he's horrible. Well, at least he's not Ryback.
All right, my turn.
He'll never be any right back.
Okay, my pop goes to I don't know. There's not a lot to pop about. I'm still, when it comes to wrestling wise, this pay-per-view is just making me want Battleground to happen because this pay-per-view is much filler than anything.
Why would you want Battleground to happen?
Because I'm guessing Battleground's gonna be a lot more better than this pay-per-view.
Battleground's a throwaway pay-per-view.
You're a
Leading the house.
throwaway.
Your mom's a
Leading the
throwaway.
house, so.
I wouldn't say so, especially with football season starting. I think the storylines are gonna get a lot more better in the next couple months.
The storylines were great in the Attitude Era during the football season, and football still wiped the floor with them. And they've already said that they're not even going to try to compete with the NFL because they know they can't.
We'll see. So
They could put-
I will be just like the rest of these dorks, and I'm gonna give it to GTA. I'm still not
They
sure.
could put the
I'm gonna-
best wrestling show ever on the thing and
Mike.
still lose the football.
Shut up, Mike.
My dick, Mike. Okay.
Ow.
Greg is bad. Greg is as bad as IGN. Fuck.
I'm gonna give it to GTA, even though I'm still not really that hyped for it. My
Don't
flop-
get it, that Mitch. Don't get it.
My flop goes to I don't know, TNA. Like I'm waiting for it to die, but I know it's not gonna die because while they don't have any money, they're still gonna have enough money to like put on shows, and that's just what it's gonna be feeding them. If they're just gonna continue to keep these wrestlers on for the next 3-4 years, and they're just gonna continue to put on the same shows, just with different feuds going on, same fucking people. They're not going to bring in anybody new. They're just going to keep the same fucking people. They're going to bring in, former WWE wrestlers. They're not bringing any fresh talent. This is TNA. So yeah, and my
They're gonna give all the money to Hogan.
my botch goes to have me working midnight release in GTA 5 because I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, that's it for the podcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. We are going to be here live every Monday.
Oh, by the way,
for
by the way, oh,
What?
Greg,
What?
did you get the guest Skype for next week yet?
No, he never messaged
Or
me.
well, you better email him this week.
Yeah, I know.
Guest? What's that?
That's why we're not going to say that he's still confirmed yet. So we'll just wait. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. We'll be here next Monday for the podcast, just like always. And you can follow us over on twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling. Go check out Lag Spike. Thank you to Duel, who had to leave a little bit early. Go check out. Oh, I found a little cookie. Okay.
Oh my god.
What
you
is
seriously
this stupid game you're playing?
Cookie Clicker.
You seriously playing Cookie Clicker during the podcast?
It's
I am.
Yeah. I'll admit it. Thank you to Duel. Sorry he couldn't say longer than I was hoping him to. Hope to have more New Legacy guys on in the future. Go check him out. The twitter.com/Arc. I was about to say Arc Wrestling. New Legacy Inc. They're go check them out. They're also on LagSpike, lagspike.tv/newLEGACYinc. Go check out all their stuff. They're great. YouTube, all that shit. And catch us next time, folks. See you later.